Do you find school overwhelming? You are not alone. Many students, whether in high school or college, often find themselves tangled in the web of academic pressures and the constant race against time. But here's the thing, it doesn't have to be that way. With the right strategies and a positive mindset, school can become less of a survival game and more of a thriving environment. It's all about studying smarter, not harder. It's about creating a conducive study space, breaking your study sessions into manageable chunks, using active learning techniques, establishing a study routine, and not being afraid to seek help when you need it. Each of these strategies is a powerful tool that can transform your academic journey, making it less stressful and more productive. So, how do you survive and thrive in school? Let's dive in. Firstly, creating a designated study space is an essential step. It's like setting the stage for a performance, the performance in this case being effective learning. Imagine a quiet, organized area where you can focus solely on your studies. This is your designated study space. It's a place where you can dive into books, explore the depths of knowledge, and work on your assignments without being disturbed. Now let's talk about distractions. You know those pesky little things that derail your train of thought? They could be anything: a buzzing phone, a blaring television, or even a chatty sibling. To ensure a productive study session, you need to keep these distractions at bay. So, make a rule to keep your phone and other gadgets away when you're studying, but it's not enough to just remove distractions. You need to make your study space motivational and comfortable. This is where the art of organizing comes into play. Keep your textbooks, notebooks, and stationery within reach. A tidy desk equals a tidy mind, after all. And what about the environment? Well, it should be inspiring. Add a touch of your personality to the space. Maybe you like houseplants. They not only beautify the room, but also freshen up the air. Or perhaps you prefer art. Hang up a few inspiring posters or pictures. Remember, this is your space. Make it a place where you would want to spend time. A place that encourages you to work, to learn, and to grow. So what's the takeaway here? A designated study space is more than just a physical location. It's a mindset. It's a commitment to your education. And most importantly, it's a boundary you set to separate your study time from the rest of your daily activities. So go ahead, find that perfect spot in your home and start creating your own designated study space. Because remember, a dedicated study space sets the stage for effective learning. Next, it's crucial to break your study sessions into manageable chunks. You see, the secret to effective studying isn't about dedicating endless hours to poring over textbooks. No, it's about smart studying. And smart studying involves breaking your study sessions into digestible, manageable chunks. Imagine this, trying to gulp down an entire jug of water in one go. Not only is it nearly impossible, but it's also not the most efficient way to hydrate. The same principle applies to studying. Trying to cram all the information in one marathon session is not only exhausting, but also less effective. Your brain, much like your body, needs time to process and absorb information. It's a bit like a sponge. If you pour too much water on it at once, it can't absorb it all. But if you pour the water gradually, it can soak up much more. This is essentially what happens when you break your study sessions into manageable chunks. Your brain gets the chance to process and absorb the information more effectively. So, how do you do this? Start by creating a study timetable. Allocate specific time slots for each subject or module and stick to it. This structure gives your brain a clear roadmap of what to expect and when to expect it. And don't forget the importance of taking breaks. After each study session, give yourself a breather. Stand up, stretch, grab a snack, or just relax for a bit. These breaks are not just rewards for your hard work, they also serve a crucial role in helping your brain consolidate the information you've learned. Also, consider allocating more time to subjects or topics that you find challenging. This extra time can provide the space you need to really grapple with the material and ensure you fully understand it. Remember, it's not about how long you study, but how effectively you do it. So, break those study sessions into manageable chunks, take regular breaks, and give those challenging subjects the time they deserve. You'll be amazed at how much more you can learn and remember. Now let's talk about active learning techniques. Active learning techniques are methods that involve your full participation and engagement in the learning process. These techniques help you to understand and retain information more effectively. They transform studying from a passive activity into an active, engaging, and dynamic process. One such technique is mind mapping. This involves creating a visual representation of concepts and their interconnections. You start with a central idea and branch out with related concepts, effectively creating a map of your knowledge. This helps you see the bigger picture, understand complex ideas, and recall information more easily. Another technique is spaced repetition. This involves reviewing information at increasing intervals over time. Instead of cramming all the information in one go, you review it repeatedly over a period. This technique strengthens your memory and helps you retain information for longer. It works on the principle that our brains retain information better when we learn it over time. Self-testing is another powerful technique. It involves testing your knowledge on a subject before you feel you've fully mastered it. This might seem counterintuitive, but it's a highly effective way to reinforce your learning. You can use flashcards, practice tests, or online quizzes for this purpose. Self-testing not only helps you identify areas that need further review, but also enhances your confidence and reduces exam anxiety. Let's not forget about discussion-based learning too. This can be in the form of study groups or even online forums. Discussing concepts with others helps you understand different perspectives and clarify any doubts you may have. It also aids in developing critical thinking and communication skills. Active learning techniques are not limited to these though. There are various other techniques like role-playing, simulations, and using mnemonic devices. The key is to find what works best for you and incorporate them into your study routine. Active learning techniques can make studying more engaging and effective, so embrace these techniques and take charge of your learning journey. You'll find that understanding and remembering information becomes much easier, and studying becomes something you look forward to instead of dread. Establishing a study routine is another crucial strategy. Much like a well-oiled machine, your mind thrives on routine and structure. This is especially true when it comes to studying, where consistency can make all the difference. Consider this. A river carving its way through a mountain doesn't happen overnight. It takes consistent flow and time. Similarly, learning and absorbing new information is a process that thrives on consistency. So, let's dive into how you can establish an effective study routine. Firstly, your study routine should be based on your personal preferences and energy levels. Are you a morning lark or a night owl? Do you study best in one long stretch, or do you prefer multiple short sessions? Identifying your optimal study times and tailoring your routine to them can significantly enhance your productivity. Secondly, consistency is key. It's better to study a little every day than to cram all your studying into one long session. Regular exposure to the material will help you retain the information better. This is because your brain has time to process and consolidate the information in between study sessions. Thirdly, having a visual representation of your routine can be incredibly helpful. This is where tools like planners, study applications, or calendars come in. They help you keep track of your study times, assignments' due dates, and any other important dates. You can also set reminders or notifications to ensure you don't miss any study sessions. Remember, the goal of a study routine is not to restrict your freedom, but to provide a structure that can help you manage your time and tasks more effectively. It's like a roadmap guiding you towards your academic goals. In conclusion, establishing a study routine is like setting the foundation for a house. It provides the structure and stability needed for the rest of the building, or in this case, your learning journey. A study routine provides structure, making it easier to stay on track. So why not start building yours today? Finally, don't hesitate to seek help from others. It's a common misconception that asking for help is a sign of weakness or incompetence. But in reality, it's a sign of strength, courage, and commitment to your studies. It shows that you're dedicated enough to overcome obstacles, even if it means reaching out to others. Maybe you're struggling with a complex concept, or you're not sure how to approach a challenging assignment. In situations like these, turn to your teachers or peers. They're there to guide you, offer insights, and provide different perspectives that could help you understand better. You can also consider study groups, where you can learn from your classmates and share your insights as well. Remember, everyone has moments of confusion or difficulty. It's part of the process, and seeking clarification or assistance when you're stuck is an excellent strategy for success. Remember, asking for help is a strength, not a weakness. If you found these tips helpful, don't to like, share, and subscribe for more study strategies.